Alright, let's give this a look. Captain America. Mr. America himself. The Luna ult nerf was not law. Okay, I'll get to that. Remove team up anchor bonus by 5%. W changed. This is what I said in my reaction yesterday. I said it's good if it's really minor. I think this is actually a good change for the amount of stall value you get from Captain America, the unmeasured value. He does do a lot of freaking damage. He does a lot. He does a lot. He's just, his playstyle is weird, which is why most people don't play him. But he is very, very good, and I think this is a fair nerf. I'm so happy they didn't nerf him more than this. This is exactly the kind of nerf I was hoping for and expecting. If they nerfed him more than this, I would have been pissed. This is good. This is W. First change is a W. Captain America is one of the most annoying heroes in the game. And I hate stall comps that are... I hate, like... Yeah, he had too much damage for a stall user. Right? He has too much... Like, they need to rework how some heroes get matchmaking points, because I know some cap mains that just lose so many points when they lose because they have bad stats, because a lot of their value is unmeasured. Which is why, like, I feel bad, because this is going to make you lose more elo when you're playing cap, because it's stat-based. And a lot of Captain America's value isn't his damage, or it's not his actual stat values. Doctor Strange... is now casting faster, but he's trading a bit of survivability for offensive mystique. I actually like this change. I like how Doctor Strange is a more offensive tank. I actually like this. I like how he's more of an aggro tank, the way they designed him. He's more of a high DPS offensive tank in terms of, like, his damage and all that he does, which I love that they're leaning into it more. I love that they're leaning into it more. Like, you have Magneto, who's already a slow-moving defensive capsule, who has all this utility to protect his team. And so I think having the other shield tank being a little bit different than that is a good thing for the game. Like, you have two shield tanks that both have their different strengths and different weaknesses. And they're leaning into that more with this. Yeah, he's more squishy, but 25 health versus 2 seconds off? This massive DPS ability. This is a big buff in my opinion. Like, taking 25 health off versus 2 seconds from 8 to 6. It means you can build it up again without the fear that you're going to get your anti-heal before it comes off cooldown. This is huge. This is minor. This is huge. Is Blade any good? Well, they said they're buffing him, so we'll see. Up till now, he has not been very good, but we'll see. We'll get to it when we get to it. Did I make it in time? I just started. I have just started. I am on Doctor Strange. Captain America, in my opinion, W change. It was small enough to where it's good. They nerfed him where they should have nerfed him. He has too much damage for a stall hero. This Doctor Strange W buff, it is overall a big buff, reducing his health by just 25, almost nothing. In exchange, they give him a huge reduction. Huge reduction. W change, okay? Emma Frost, please be fat nerfed. Nerf her to the freaking ground. Increase Diamond Form cooldown from 15 to 18 seconds. W change. Reduce telepathic pulse energy gained when hitting shields from 10 to 5. Also W change. That's pretty big, though. That's pretty big. This is a pretty big nerf, I think. They gutted her, basically. They did not gut her. They did not gut her. The reason why is her grab and her shield are both next level in terms of value. Her shield and her grab both provide so much value. Reduce telepathic energy gained when hitting shields. It's a little unnecessary. No, I think it's fine. I think you can't nerf the grab because the grab is fundamentally busted as hell. You can't nerf it. It's the grab itself is by its nature busted as hell. So you have to compensate by making her weaker in other areas. She's way too strong all around for how broken her grab is. Her grab makes every Vanguard's life a nightmare. Emma could never be gutted as long as her grab is in the game. Exactly. Her grab is way too powerful. It's so powerful fundamentally, she doesn't deserve to have all this other stuff. Strange base health nerf. It was by a very small enough, and it was in exchange with a massive damage buff. Massive damage buff. Massive. So it's good. This is a huge W change. Huge W change. Because, like, I'm glad they didn't try to nerf the grab. Because I think it's a unique mechanic, and it's interesting. I do think it's interesting. Even though it's so annoying, I think it's interesting. But they have to make it to where she's weaker in other areas. She can't be that strong outside of her grab. When her grab is that strong. It's equivalent to Magneto's bubble lasting an extra 4 seconds and absorbing an extra 200 damage. They would have to nerf Magneto in other areas to compensate for how powerful the bubble is, right? Like in this case, her grab is so absurdly broken, she can't be this strong outside. In my opinion, Emma just can't get her grab in a nanosecond. I think it's fine the way it is. It's fine the way it is. Just they nerfed her to other areas. W change. Okay, W change. Penny Parker. It said they're gonna buff her ult, which I think was needed. I hope this is a good buff. Enemies caught in Penny's webs are in for a stickier situation, and her ultimate ability got more interesting. Okay, so Spire Drone now slows enemies hit by 8% for 2 seconds. Each hit stacks the effect. This is a W change because the little drones actually don't do that much damage. It's the mines, the big mines that one-shot you. The little drones don't do much damage, and so I think it's fair and fine for the little ticks to add up 8% each time. If you decide to walk into it, and because it does little damage, you decide to eat it, which I sometimes do as Iron Fist because the little bugs don't do much damage. Penny does not need any more buffs. I already hate playing against Penny. But this is a minor buff that only affects people that actually get hit by the mines. Yeah. I think this is fine. This is if you're getting hit by the mines. Right? The little mines don't do much anyways. This is fine. I mean, buffs as in more buffs. Oh yeah, more buffs after this. This is fine. Only the ult should get buffed. Well, this is a minor enough of a buff. It's just a slow if you actually get hit by them. If you're playing any kind of poke, this is basically nothing. Reduce Spider Drone release interval from... Okay, this really isn't that big of a buff to her ult. This isn't really that big of a buff to her ult. I think I was kind of expecting something a little bit bigger because in my opinion her ult is really weak. Really weak. But they buffed her somewhere else as well, so I think it's okay. If all they did was this, I would have been a little bit disappointed, but both of these together, I think this is completely W. So far, every change in my opinion is a W. Buff. W, 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 W. Alright, Thor. Hello, good evening. Hope you are all doing well. Thank you, D's Nuts. Doing well. The God of Thunder's ultimate is getting an upgrade. More speed and new stun. The movement speed from 600 to 700. That's good. That's about what? Around I think 15%. Around 15% of a buff to the movement speed. That's completely fair in my opinion. After the ultimate ability lands, stun the surrounding enemies for 1 second. Also W. Also W. Because Thor's ult was so hard to get value out of it outside of a combo with a Luna or a Rocket ult. So I think this was W. He did need a buff. Loki. Okay, just wait till I get to these changes. I'm not sure. Like, guys, don't be spoiling changes I haven't even got to yet. Okay? Don't be spoiling things I haven't even got to. But, again, I think this is also a W change. I was honestly about to stop Rivals for a season. Then this drops. This is like every change so far up to Thor is great. Great. Croissant, stop trying to spoil stuff. Sunaman, thank you for the membership, my man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Absolute W. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Cinnamon. We're so back. It seems like we might be back with this season. Thank you, Cinnamon. Absolute W. Means a lot. Oh yeah, W freaking change. Absolutely W change on the Thor. I think it's not OP. These changes are not OP to Thor. I think this was needed. This was much needed. Like, this was needed. His ultimate was relatively weak. It was relatively weak, so I think this is good. So yeah, for those of you guys just coming in, so far, I think every change up until Thor is very W. Emma, nerfed her where they should have nerfed her. Strange, great buff. All we're looking good so far. Thor mains need this. I feel sorry for them. Yeah, I think they needed it. Black Panther. T'Challa's survivability after striking a marked enemy is now less kingly. Reduced bonus health gained when striking vibranium-marked enemies with Spirit Rend from 30 to 25. Okay, that's fine. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. From 30 to 25, and then reducing base health from 300 to 25. I think this is fine. This is actually where I wanted... This is what I wanted to nerf him in. Don't nerf his combos or anything to make him bad. Just make it to where he's a bit easier to kill should you track him properly. Because you still have to track him to kill him before this health matters. You still have to track him. So this just reduced the amount you need to track him by. I kind of like this. No team up and he sucks. No, he's still very good without a team up. This is very minor. This is like, I wouldn't say very minor. BP having Wolverine's passive is just do the team up. Well, I think Hulk is a permaban in my opinion, so his team up shouldn't really see the light of day. Because I don't think you could risk this team up. Him with this team up is pretty crazy. But the good news, guys, is I think I'm not sure what's the health on the Hulk bubble. Is it a 50 HP shield? If it is, then doesn't that just barely bring him back to what he was before? So if it's actually 50 HP on the shield, then it brings him back to what he was before. So kind of, it's not that bad if you think about it like that. But I think it's more than 50. I think it's more than 50 HP on the shield. Are you sure it's 50? Wait, someone says, Cinnamon said something about stuns. I hate all the CC in the game, and as an Iron Fist player, I'm sick of it. Yeah, but the good news is people don't really play Thor that much, and this is only in an ult. This isn't a basic CC, this is an ult CC, which, okay, the Thor ultimate as an Iron Fist player is one of the easiest things in the world to block, okay? One of the easiest things in the world. He's up in the sky for God knows how long. Even if you don't have your block, you'll get it back before he lands. It's one of the easiest things in the world to block. I almost never get hit by a Thor ult. And if you're playing Iron Fist, you really, only in very rare exceptions, should you get hit by a Thor ult. If they time it just right, where you just used it or something. What do you mean people don't play Thor? In high rank, he's not played that often at all. Okay? In lower rank, I don't really know. Maybe he's played a lot. But if you're playing Iron Fist, you shouldn't get hit by this anyways. Hulk shield's like 200? Okay, yeah, okay, Hulk is a permaban then. I have Thor in every game. Yeah, maybe low rank is a bit different. I don't really know much about that. Blade. Oh, please be good, Blade Buzz. The Daywalker sword just got a little sharper. Yes! Yes, Nettie. More melee damage for those who hunt in the night from 22 to 24. And that's the base damage, right? Not its buff damage. Humble brag. It was good while it lasted, boys. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. You're gonna get banned a lot because enabling that team up, like I'm playing dive, yet you think about it, you get double the value for banning Hulk now. Previously, you would ban Hulk only if you're going to dive, because it stops the Namor team up. They really messed up by putting a dive and like a heavy dive and a heavy anti-dive, because now if I ban Hulk, I'm not just banning a dive counter, I'm banning dive. So now my supports are going to agree with this Hulk ban as well. So when I put that Hulk ban in, my Luna is going to see that and go, yes, please. Yes, please. Serve it up. Give me that Hulk ban. And so I think Hulk bans are going to go through pretty easily now. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, Joe. I know you love Hulk. They're going to go through so easily. Because you get so much value from banning Hulk now. It's going to be so much value, man. I'm so happy they buffed Blade on the sword. If they buffed him anywhere else other than the sword, I would have been so mad. I am so happy. Out of all things, it was the sword they buffed. My people might just ban BP out of HRM. No, the nerfs were pretty good in my opinion. I think they're only going to ban Hulk. Because the Hulk team-up, I think, is what's going to make him really broken. This is 2 patches in a row of nerfs to BP. I think he's in a good spot after all these nerfs. He's in a pretty good spot now. No more nerfs to BP. He's fine now. He's just fine, I think. His combo's still working, all that. He's still great. He's still great. It's just his kill window is a bit bigger. You can kill him a bit easier. It's great. The team-up, I don't want to see the light of day. Guys, it's time to start playing some more Blade, though. It's time to start playing some more Blade, because I am so happy about this. I was just preparing to start my Blade arc, and I am more excited now. That's a nice buff. I wish it was to 25, though, but it is what it is. Magic. That's a lot of math. Okay. 15% gone. Reducing the charge time. Oh! That's huge. 1.8 to 1.2. Magic got nerfed? Well, hold on. This is a fat buff here. Like a very, 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 very big buff. This is a huge buff. Projectile now pierces enemies and reduces stepping discs cooldown by 1 second per enemy pierced. Okay, look, guys, you're saying that they did whatever math that's less damage. If you guys don't play Magic, I don't think you understand how huge this is right here. This is not a small buff here. This is absolutely monstrous. Like, you can now brawl like crazy. This is massive. Now when you're in a brawl, you don't have to pop behind a wall for as much time. So this increases your uptime by a lot. And then you throw it and you aim it. It also increases the skill cap. Now you want to get it through multiple people. Say you pierce it through 3 people. Bam! You get your portal back. You go in, you drop a demon. Then you get your another portal back again. You go back out. You see, like, your brawl time is insane now. Isn't it funny how they're also turning Magic into a brawler by doing this, just like they did with Iron Fist? Magic right-click dash combo is way easier. How is it easier? Her damage was buffed overall. I'll have to dust off the good old Mjolnir. You're going to Thor now from Hulk. There's this. I think this is basically 15%. This is 10%. This is a very slight nerf to the whirl. Very slight. Increased demon's rage. This is a very slight nerf to the demon. A very slight nerf to the whirl. So this does not affect your combos. It's the demon and the whirl, and it's very small. I think this is the same. Okay, I think her combo is, if anything, from what I'm getting from this, her base damage... Okay, I didn't read the ult yet. But her base damage outside the ult is way better. Her E got nerfed? No. What are you talking about? Oh, it did! Because they didn't compensate the E. It's just 15% off of it. Wait. Oh, right. Because they did. I don't see a compensation buff for the E. They might, yeah, they nerfed the E by 15%. But they exchanged by adding 5 extra damage to the melee. And a right click. No, isn't the right click Soul Sword? What's Soul Sword? Is Soul Sword the right click? Yeah, Soul Sword is the right click. They didn't nerf the right click. They just nerfed The E. That's her... No, her sword damage is here. Ultra Instincts. Her sword damage is here. This is the right click. Oh. Wait, did they wait, they nerfed her one-shot combo? Oh, so they... Whoa. Okay, so they're going... Okay, so they nerfed her entire combo then. Her E and her Soul Sword. Her, like... Her... So they nerfed her combo by a lot then. 15% total on the combo. That might make it to where every person will be Soul Sword, E, plus another strike after. But guys, honestly, I think it's fine. I think if they're gonna nerf her combo, it's fine because this is just so massive. If they nerfed her combo, it's okay. If they actually nerfed her combo by 15%, I think it's fine because this is, to me, way bigger than a 15% buff. This is disgusting. So besides her combo, all the damage is the same. But her melee is buffed. Her V. And her brawl has a... This is so big, guys. I think, yeah, her dive is nerfed and her brawl uptime is bigly buffed. Bigly buffed. So they're giving her the Iron... Wait, they're giving her the Iron Fist treatment. Guys, they're literally giving her the Iron Fist treatment. That's kind of crazy. Although, I think for a character like Magic, I feel like Magic should be a brawler. Why was Magic not a brawler to begin with? She wears heavy armor, uses a big-ass greatsword. She can't wall run like Iron Fist. Why isn't Iron Fist... Okay, guys. So, if they're gonna make Magic the brawler, can Iron Fist go back to being the diver? Like, okay, now you got your brawler, Netties. You chose your brawler. Can we go back to being the diver now? Can I go back to being a diver now? Because you made her a brawler. Like, I would like to kindly request that I could go back to being a diver now. I like this. I think Magic should be more like a brawler. I think Magic plays like a brawler, and she should be like a brawler. I like this. I actually enjoy brawling with her more than I do diving, because diving with her feels weird. You have to walk at a very slow speed to the back line, then do your combo, and then go back, rotate back to brawling. But her kit feels like a brawler, the way you get overhealth when you deal damage. YouTube Premium Music kind of beats Spotify. Okay. Moon Knight. 2 charges on the blade. Okay, that's a big buff. That is a big buff. Guy, that's huge, actually. Doubling the charges. I actually thought Moon Knight was already good. I think this is the right click. I think this is fine, I guess. I'm glad they didn't do any more than that. I thought Moon Knight was good already. Psylocke. Size burst damage has been slightly dialed back. Decreased the retrieve damage of wing shurikens per hit from 12 to 8. Thank you. I don't play Psylocke, so I don't know what this means for her combos. But she needed a nerf. She's too powerful. All the best players in the world that play Psylocke have to be target banned. All the best players in the world that are good on like a Hela don't get target banned. That are good on a Phoenix don't get target banned. But when they're good on a Psylocke, they get target banned because Psylocke, like in the hands of an actual pro, is disgusting. I'm so happy they're finally nerfing it. Yeah, her poke damage is too good for a diver. Like for a diver, why can she poke like that? Okay, Scarlet Witch. Can now be healed by teammates during her fade. I thought it was stupid that she couldn't, if I'm being honest. Um I thought it was stupid that she couldn't be healed in it. I think this is completely fine. Making it to where she can be healed in it. I think this is fine, and this should have been the case to begin with. Making it to where she. I mean, this is also fine. Like, this is fine as well. It was supposed to be a one shot to anything. This doesn't change much. This was supposed to be a one shot anyways. It just made it to where it now one shots like Venoms and all that, which it should have been. Like, this should have been a one shot. Also, an Adam Warlock Groot after being rezzed that has 2,000 health. This doesn't really do anything in my opinion. Now pulls in nearby enemies within 15-meter radius during mass cat 2.4 meters a second. This is also fine, I think. I think this was actually a good buff because it's only 15 meters. That's not that long of a radius. And the pull speed's only 2.4. Wait. That's the max pull speed, though. That's the max pull speed. If you're at the edge of that 15 meters, it's reality erasure. How does Groot survive reality? That's true. I think this is fine because it's 2.4 as a max speed, meaning I'm assuming this is if you're standing directly next to her. If you are standing directly next to her, it's going to be very hard to get away. Which is fine because she's immobile and very easy to kill. She requires a mag bubble and anything to not die. I think this is completely fine. This is completely fine. Can you make a Nightbot react to Squirrel Girl? No. This is really good, though. I like this. Squirrel Girl. Reduce burst acorn damage from 110 to 100. Burst acorn. Is that her basic left click? What's the burst acorn? Increase the hit damage of Squirrel Blockade from 35 to 50. What is the Squirrel Blockade? Increase Mammal Bond cooldown from 10. That's her reset, right? This is when she can reset. Burst acorn damage is the explosion. Oh, is the burst acorn when she stuns you? Is the burst acorn when she stuns you? The AoE of her main attack. Okay. I think this is fine. It's hard to land the stun and it doesn't do much damage. That's why you don't really block it as Iron Fist. It doesn't do much damage. So I think this is actually fine. I think this was good. I think this is fine as well. Because this is kind of hard to hit. This is the only thing that's a little bit difficult in this character at all, is landing your stun. It's the only thing that's even slightly difficult is landing the stun. This was also good. Overall, I kind of like this. I think overall she's getting nerfed because this is her basic left click, like the AoE of it, when it's not a direct hit. So I think this was good. You cannot spam nuts from spawn anymore. You have to move 5 steps forward. Well, you can still spam it, but you're rewarded a little bit less for it, which in my opinion is good. This is the only thing in the kit that requires a little bit of skill, so I think this is also W, making the thing that requires a little bit of skill higher value. And then nerfing the reset of it. So you don't get it as much, but if you land it, it does some more damage. W change. Bucky buff again. Trooper's Fist, new effect. Second strike now applies a 1-second debuff to enemies hit, preventing them from using any mobility. Oh, Trooper's Fist. Is this the E? Is this the E? Is this the E? This is his dash. His shift when he, like, pushes you. Oh, man. That's rough. Oh, man. So he pushes you and then he uppercuts, I think. So when he does the uppercut is when you can't move for a second after. Oh. I don't mind. It's harder to land. I don't think this is as bad as it looks, but Bucky is already really strong, and he's already really anti-dive, and they just made him even more anti-dive. Like, if you land this on a Black Panther, you kill him. If you land this on an Iron Fist, maybe not. Maybe not. If you land it on a Psylocke, you probably kill her. That 1 second is life or death when you're in the back line and the whole team can shoot you. I think this is pretty big. If you land this on Spider-Man, he's literally dead. You land it on BP, he's dead. You land it on Magic, maybe dead. You land it on Psylocke, probably dead. You land on Iron Fist, maybe dead. A lot of squishies. Like, you landed on a Hela, she can't bird away, she's dead. This is a very, very big buff, in my opinion. If you land on a Cap, probably cooked. Well, Cap can put his shield up for like a second. I don't think it's too big. I'm nervous, but it is what it is. I don't think this will make him broken. Okay. Invisible Woman. Increase the slow effect to enemies passing through her shield from 30 to 35. That's fine. Buffing her utility by just a little bit. Don't think this was needed, but I think it's fine. It's 5%. Doesn't really do much. Increase invisible boundary ultimate ability healing per second from 165 to 180. The healing per second. I think that was W. I think that is W primarily because of the fact that she gets killed in her ult too often. And people get killed in her ult too often. I think this was good because the biggest problem with her ult was the fact that people die in it too often. That does nothing, to be honest. It might not. It might not. It's only 15 per second. It might not. I would have preferred if they gave her an overshield in her ult when she's inside of it, like a slight overshield instead, or something. New effect slows enemies inside of it by 20%. Okay, that's W. Okay, I like this now. I like this. Okay, I like these buffs. I like them. They're all buffs. They're all needed. I'm in favor of these. They could have went the approach of making it from 8 to 10 seconds, but I think this is an alternative approach that still works, and it's also good. Slowing them by 20% is unique. It did already. It's not new. Well, it is new. They just said it's new. It's the new effect now. It is a new effect. They said here, new effect. Slows enemies within the range by 20%. This is a new effect. So now, if enemies are in the Invisult, what do you mean? It was already there? But was it 5%? It never slowed. I don't remember ever being slowed in an Invisult. Anyways, I'm just going to trust what it said. You're probably thinking about her shield. I'm just going to trust it. Oh, you mean within range? Oh, so this is around it. It did. So this is now around the ult. Okay. That's fine, I guess. They should have... Honestly, I don't know if they buffed her enough. Because, like, her ult is really garbage. I don't know if they buffed her enough. You just strange ult her and she dies through it 100% of the time. Or clobbering time. Anything that stuns her, she just dies through it. Even just raw damage, she dies through it. I hope this is enough. I hope this is enough because, like, Maybe it's enough considering they said they're nerfing Luna Loki. So maybe this is enough considering Luna Loki are getting nerfed. So maybe this is enough. I think it could be enough. It could be. Jeff the Land Shark. Jeff's ultimate leaves a healing pool after use. Dive in for some aquatic rejuvenation. Its Jeff ultimate ability now leaves an 8-meter radius healing pool at the point of activation that heals allies within range by a... This is useless. It's useless. It's not going to do anything. The Jeffs... Good Jeffs like Sigamo, they ult the backline, they take the supports out. What are you going to do? Run to the backline to get the healing? Only like maybe like once or twice a game, they'll ult in the middle of a support ult to try to capture someone out. But it's in the middle of a support ult. It's not going to do anything anyways. And it's an 8-meter radius as well. So unoriginal and stupid. This isn't going to do much anyways. It might change the way you play and how you use the ult. But it's still a health risk. Because like if you're going to ult a point, you're going to swallow everyone, and then they're gonna burn. A mag will kill you. A mag or an Iron Man or whatever the fuck will kill you. A mag will kill you through it. Like every time, 90% of the time Sigamo dies when he ults is because a mag just ults him. This isn't really gonna do that much. Maybe in low ranks, it might make him more viable. It might. If this heals him while he's in it, then it's a weird meta then, because if you are on the point and you swallow them and you just want to take them out of the fight for however long, let's say it's 8 seconds, you want to just take them out of the fight for 8 seconds. You'll swallow them and sit in your little pool, and you won't take any damage. You'll survive with your 100 healing per second. So now you would just sit in that area. Assuming there's no point nearby to throw them off, you would ult the point, your team walks in, and you just hold 1 or 2 people inside. So it creates... Okay, so the ult creates a new use for Jeff. Like, the way Jeffs play him now, this doesn't do much. But it might add a new method of playing him, which is ult the point to swallow maybe 1 or 2 people and sit inside that healing point to just keep them out of the fight for 8 seconds as your team pushes in. But even then, that's not as good as like a Luna ult. It doesn't heal nearly as much. And it's a way smaller radius that can't move. 8 meters is like nothing. I don't think this is going to make him... This isn't going to put him on the same level as any of the other supports. Yeah, radius, not diameter. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, so 16 meters then. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, this isn't gonna make him an actual double support pick as good as anyone. Like this, he's not gonna be a double support pick still. He is still not a meta double support pick, or even close to that, I would say. Like, not even close to that. But in triple support, he might be he was already good in triple support. This might make him meta in triple support. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think that, yeah, absolutely. In double support, he's still not going to be the choice. But in triple support, he was already good. Now he's going to be very good in triple support. It's either Jeff or Ultron then. Yeah, unless you have a Luna, you might go Adam. it's going to change the way some Jeff players play, because like the way high-ranked Jeff players get all their value right now isn't by ulting right dead center where everyone's going to shoot you. It's the supports, because they can't really get out. They can't Diamond Form, they can't Magic Portal, they can't Star-Lord Immune Frame, they can't Hella Bird, they can't do anything. All the tanks and DPS have a way of getting out. Right? Almost every DPS has a way of getting out of it. The supports really can't. Almost no support has a way of getting out of it besides Loki teleporting. I think that's it. Every other support, you can just capture them. So they always go for supports. And it lasts for 8 seconds. By the time the team runs to it, it's over. Cloak Fade. Yeah, a Cloak Fade. That's really it. That's it, actually, I think, is a Cloak Fade. Yeah, that's it. A Cloak Fade is it. So overall, and Cloak still isn't double support meta. She's good, but she's not really meta. As meta as Luna Loki. So I think this is fine. I'm kind of indifferent to it. I don't think this changes that much. It makes him a little bit less of a throw pick. It makes them... Yeah, I would say it makes him less of a throw pick, which is good. I think this is good. Because it's not that strong. It's not that strong. But it's enough to make him less of a throw pick. Invis ult is 8 seconds too. Yeah, but this is an instant death for Jeff against a mag. Unless you have a mag to bubble you right away, using your ult on point when they have a mag is almost an instant death. He just ults you. You give their mag a free kill. You ult them on point, mag kills you, you're dead. Iron Man kills you, you're dead. Because like Phoenix kills you too. It's so easy to land it because you spin in a circle. They see where you're about to be, and you can't hide. The moment you capture the people and your iframe stop, they just land it, you're dead. So doing this on point, if you want to do it on point where your team can reach, you now run the risk of just getting one shot by a mag ult, Iron Man ult, Phoenix ult, lots of different things. Even a Hella ult. Hella ult will kill through 100 healing per second. 100 healing per second is not enough to survive a Hella ult. If you ult on point and Hella ults to counter you, she'll shoot one thing down plus a little bit of focused fire from your team, you're dead. Right? So this doesn't change that much. You're not in like maybe in lower ranks. I think in lower ranks, this is gonna make Jeff and like look. I think the Celestial and below, Jeff might be a viable double support pick in like below Celestial, not Celestial, below Celestial. So GM and below. Because players might not have the mindset of knowing how to counter a Jeff ult. You might not get counter ulted every time. GM and below. Because if you're Jeff in low ranks, you're less likely to be easily countered when you do your ult. If you want to ult on point, there's a less chance one of their DPS is thinking about that and knowing I'm going to hold my ult till their Shark ult's on point, then just one-shot them and win the fight. That might not happen as much. If they don't do that, you gain a lot of value. But it's easy to counter. I think in high rank, he's still double support only. He's still double support only in high rank. Triple support. Loki. Less damage, healing, and ultimate ability active time for the God of Mischief. Reduce illusions damage and healing ratio from 100%. Oh, that's pretty big, isn't it? That's pretty big. Reduce the shapeshift period from 15 to 12 seconds. This doesn't do too much. If using an active ability, reduces... That's also W. Okay, this is W. Okay, let me explain why. Number one, this is W... because Loki's able to copy any in the game, so it makes sense. Lowering... It's just adding a little bit more of a skill expression by making it to where they can't hold it as long. You can't just ult before a fight. You can't just be Loki, right? Now you've used your lamps. Now you copy Luna and you use her clap. You basically steal her Omega heal ability. You copy Luna, you steal her clap. Omega heal your team as you wait and then use your ult. So you gain so much value from his ult because you copy Luna, steal her ability, use her ability, then you wait until your convenience to use her ult, right? So this, I think this should have been the case to begin with. And I think this is completely fair. And I also don't think this does much because it's just slightly reducing the lenience you have on your window. You just get a little bit less lenience. I think really good Loki players this isn't gonna mean that much. You just get a little bit less lenience. And then also this is completely fair, not letting you steal. Because most of you guys haven't thought of this because it's something Loki players at high rank do. Maybe it's something that's obvious for Loki. I don't play Loki. Maybe this is an obvious Loki thing. But when you copy a Luna, every time they copy a Luna, they use her fucking clap and they steal her insane clap healing. Okay, now this though. The 80% matters. 100% to 80%. This might have been a little bit too much. But he's still going to be meta. Like, because his runes and his utility, he's still meta. This isn't going to take him away from meta. He's still going to be probably top healer like he is now. And he's still going to be high DPS. And he's still going to be complete meta. He's still meta. He is still complete meta. This doesn't take away his place as the meta healer. It's going to be harder to carry. Well, that's fine because he's still meta, bro. He's still literally going to be meta. Yeah, this is a significant nerf, but he's just that strong that he's still meta. He's just that fundamentally good. He is that strong. He is that strong. He is that powerful. He is that powerful that he is still meta despite this. Luna Snow. Soul He's ultimate ability duration is getting cooldown. See, we do nerf her. Oh, I like how they realized. I like how they saw how everyone thinks that they're her precious idol that they never nerf, and they made a joke about it. That's funny. 12 to 10 seconds W. This is what I wanted to see. That's W. This is what I wanted to see. I didn't want them to reduce it to 8 seconds. I think this was just fine. This is 20%. This is enough. See, we do nerf. I know it's. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like it. That's really funny. What was I gonna say? Should have been 9. No, I think 8 is fine. They nerfed Loki. They nerfed her by 20%. They nerfed Loki by 20%. They literally nerfed them by the same amount in a way. I know it's like on the ult versus the normal. I know, but like. This is fine. 2 seconds is fine. It's fine. Any more, I think, would put Cloak and Dagger at meta. If they nerfed it to 8 seconds, I think Cloak and Dagger becomes meta. So no, I don't think they could have done that. Luna would have fell out of meta in terms of Luna versus Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger would literally become meta if they made it 8 seconds. No joke. Cloak and Dagger's ult would have been the best in the game if they made this 8 seconds. They couldn't have done it. They couldn't have done it. If they're going to make it 8 seconds, they'd have to take 2 seconds off Cloaks. Otherwise, they couldn't do it. Because they can't do it. But I think this was a good change. Anyone that wants more has to also be okay with 2 seconds off of Cloak's ult. Or else it's not going to work. Mantis gets a little more slippery. Movement boost from nature's favor now decays to 0 over 2 seconds after being hit instead of instantly disappearing. Okay, that's fine. Ultron's ultimate now deals extra pain. No defense is too strong for the AI Overlord. Ultimate ability new effect. Deals 125% damage to bonus health. Does this mean 25% more damage to bonus health? Does this mean 25% more damage if it's hitting a bonus health? Because it's 125%, not 100%. Okay, 25% more damage to bonus health. I don't think that does that much. That can counter Cap and Rocket. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's fine. It makes it a little bit stronger. It makes it to where the damage part It does a little bit more when it's going into an enemy support. It gives Ultron another option to be a little bit more offensive with his ult versus heal. This is fine. I think this is actually good, in my opinion. This is actually good in my opinion. I think it's fine. What's his DPS? I have no idea. Just the team ups. Yeah, the new team ups. We already saw these in yesterday's video and yesterday's react. Yep. Oh, they're nerfing the Scarlet Witch one from 12 to 6. That's fine because they're buffing her by a pretty significant amount. I guess it makes sense to nerf this because, to be fair, this was really strong. It's just Wanda was weak, so no one would play her, but the team up was really, really strong. Have you already checked out the Angelo reveal? Oh! The reveal trailer's out? I have not. We'll check it after this. Okay. Alright, guys. I think these changes were one of the best changes I've ever seen this game have. No joke. I don't think I've ever seen a better patch. Let's go through from top to bottom right now. Captain America, W. Doctor Strange, W. Emma Frost, W. Penny Parker, W. Thor, W. BP, W. Blade, W. Magic. Controversial. Debatable. Depends on what you like. I think it's kind of W. Moon Knight, W. Psylocke, W. Scarlet Witch, W. Squirrel Girl, kind of W. Magic's kind of overtuned. They nerfed her dive, so we'll have to see. Magic got her 15% back, not on her E, and not on her slash. Her slash and her E both lost 15%. What do you mean, nope? Nope what? What do you mean, nope? They didn't buff her E. What are you talking about? Okay, never mind. Winter Soldier, this one's debatable. I didn't think they needed to do this. They didn't. No, they didn't. Nope, they didn't. They didn't. Sorry, they did not. They actually they nerfed her slash and her E by 15%. Controversial. I don't think they need to do this at all, and I'm worried about this. But I think this is mid. I wouldn't call this a W. I wouldn't call it an L. I think this is mid. Invisible W. Jeff. I think overall this is a W change. It makes him a little bit less of a throw pick. A little bit less. Low-key, my opinion, W. Luna Snow, W. Mantis, don't really know how big this is, but I think kind of W. Ultron, W. Nerfing the team up, I'm kind of indifferent to this. Two things I have to say. Number one, no Torch nerf. Pisses me the hell off. Pisses me the frick off. No Torch nerf. Like, are you serious? For all of next season, Torch is still going to be a perma-ban for all of the next season. No Phoenix nerf either. I'm happy about that because I play Iron Fist. Iron Fist hard counters Phoenix. Hard counters. What was I going to say? I am actually really let down they didn't nerf Torch. I'm really let down they didn't nerf Torch. And I'm also really... Yes, hard counters Phoenix. If you don't believe me, I'm uploading a video tomorrow that kind of demonstrates that. But, yeah, number one, no Torch nerf pisses me the hell off. Like, the entirety of this next season, he's going to be a permaban again. I now, once again, have no ban. The bans for this next season are going to be the exact same as they were for the previous season. For me, as a diver. Torch Hulk. Previously, Torch Emma. Now it'll be Torch Hulk. That's it. Torch Hulk. If we have a Hulk player, torch Emma. That'll be this next season. Calling it now. Unless Angela's broken. Unless Angela's busted. We gotta ban her. I don't know about that. I have a feeling Iron Fist is gonna destroy her. Probably. Because she's a melee tank. But maybe I'm wrong. Because, like, Iron Fist punishes overextending tanks, and melee, by its nature, overextends. So, but, and now Iron Fist. She's not melee? Okay, I'll check the character reveal then if she's not melee. Wrong? Oh boy. Okay, wait till I get to the character reveal. Don't spoil anything. I haven't watched it yet. Iron Fist, they didn't do anything. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. I told you they weren't going to do anything. I told you they weren't going to buff him. I was expecting no buff. And we got no buff. At least they didn't nerf him. I'm just happy they didn't nerf him. I knew they weren't going to buff him. I already knew this. Okay, I knew they weren't going to buff him because the devs apparently destroyed the streamers in a game using Iron Fist, and he's also not a throw pick. He's like upper C tier. And the good news, guys, is he did get indirectly buffed. He did get indirectly buffed. Okay, he got indirectly buffed. So Iron Fist will play better into next season. He will be better next season because they buffed Strange. Fist is good into Strange. They nerfed Emma. Iron Fist is bad into Emma. This doesn't really change anything. They nerfed BP, who Iron Fist struggles to peel for. And they also added the Hulk team up, which now makes Hulk a perma ban, which is going to help when you're banning Hulk as Iron Fist. You'll get more Hulk bans through, meaning you face your counters less. Iron Fist is good into Blade, and they buffed Blade. This one's a bit iffy. Making Magic a brawler is also probably good for Iron Fist because Iron Fist struggles to peel her dive because Magic can avoid a lot of your damage with her portals and her overhealth, and you don't do much damage to her. Moon Knight being a little bit better is also good for Iron Fist because Moon Knight's pretty easy to kill. Psylocke nerf is good for Iron Fist. Scarlet Witch buff, this isn't going to do much. Squirrel Girl nerf is good for Iron Fist. This is the only thing that scares me. Okay, it's the only thing that scares me. And don't underestimate how big this is going to be for Iron Fist right here. Guys, do not underestimate how big this will be for Iron Fist. If Invis Woman becomes meta again, diving will be much more enjoyable again. Same thing with pummeling tanks, because Invis Woman has less healing output than Loki and Luna. Luna has so much healing. If Invis at least is played more, at least half your games there's one. Or at least 30% of your games there's one. At least one per 30% of your games. This will help a lot. Because Invis is so much easier to dive than a Luna or Loki. So much easier to kill. And she has a little bit less healing. A lot easier to pummel tanks without the healing destroying you. And I guess them buffing Jeff also probably helps Iron Fist a little bit because he's pretty good to dive. If he somehow gets played in double support, I don't think he will, but if he somehow is played more in double support, you could dive him and force him to go underground, which means he does no healing. This doesn't really do much, but overall, I think a lot of the changes are indirect buffed Iron Fist. I do. It's gonna make playing Iron Fist a little bit better, and Phoenix not getting nerfed as well is good for Iron Fist as well, because Iron Fist hard counters her so badly it's not even fun. So badly it's not even fair. I think the more time Phoenix is good, the less time Hela is good. And I know, guys, listen, just think about this. Imagine we go back to Hela meta. Just imagine going back to Hela being meta. Do you guys really want that as Iron Fist players? Do you want to go back to Hela every game? Do you really want to do that? No, you don't. Hela, who you can't peel for her ult. She pops her ult, team says burn it, you can't do that. She looks up and sees you when you're diving, she pokes you and stops your dive. She headshots you in point blank and you're dead. She uses her orb to cancel your kick. She uses her orb when you're trying to run away and you die. I don't want to go back to Hela being meta. I don't know about... If you don't think that Iron Fist hard counters Phoenix, first of all, I already uploaded a video on my channel about that. Second of all, I'm uploading a video tomorrow of me hard countering Tap on Phoenix. I block every single one of his ults the entire game. You can literally block every single Phoenix ult on Iron Fist. Almost every game where I'm facing a Phoenix, I block at least one of her ults. And the more you become aware of it, the more you can block her ults. You are not letting a Phoenix ult is a hard counter. At the end of the game, Tap was literally saying, I might just swap because I can't press Q. He was so pissed. Phoenix is so meta, and as long as Phoenix is meta, I think playing Iron Fist is going to feel a lot better. Please don't bring Hela back and don't bring Hawkeye back. Let's keep Phoenix meta, please. I want Phoenix to stay meta. Also, you can 1v1 a Phoenix pretty well. Just block her big burst thing. But yeah, guys, that's it for patch notes.